Disclaimer, this video will be open to the public, which means it will probably be shared with the public, which also means that I don't care if this video gets shared. Please enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nate Milam, and I'm here to talk to you about some little unknown facts about myself. I could go on about how my parents got divorced when I was 7 years old, but nowadays divorce is common, and that is not interesting anymore. I could go on to talk about how I had a long, tumultuous journey with Crohn's disease and HLH. Most people already know that story. So I'm just going to talk about that in a different video and move on to something else. I could talk about how those moments in my life led to a series of depression, but that would be sad and awkward. So we're not going to talk about that either. But something riveting, something interesting. And if you have read the title correctly and I gathered the courage to actually post it, here is my coming out video. I never really understood what it meant to be a part of the LGBT community. Before I came out, I was not really aware or educated about just that world. Growing up in the area that I did when I was younger, it wasn't really a common thing, and people who there was talk about it that was not in a great light. So I didn't really give it a second thought. However, when I moved and I surrounded myself with people who were open and different and creative and expressive, I found myself and I realized that I too was a part of the community. Funny thing is, before I came out, I was chasing after this girl. And it's really funny because I ended up going to prom with this girl and we are now best friends. So I was chasing after her and we joined this club in our school for it was called GSA, the Great Straight Alliance. And I joined it to be an ally, right? So I figured out that, you know what? This girl's interesting, she's pretty, she's smart. I really would like to date her. So I thought it was a cool idea to ask her on Halloween. I texted her while I was trick-or-treating senior year of high school. And I was like, you know what? I just have to say it. I like you, and I think we should go out. You know, just how you ask a girl out. And she was not feeling it. She was like, "That's sweet, but I'm really not, ready to date anyone right now." And me being the naive person I was back then, I was like, "Okay, well, I understand. That's cool. Like, no worries." And I later on found out that she was actually dating some other guy, and it it hurt, but it was fine. I didn't think too much about it. It was just one of those things where I was like, okay, well, she didn't like me. She could have just said no. I mean, for that reason. But it was cool. We were still friends. Like I said, we ended up going to prom together, which was interesting. But I found myself throughout my senior year and realized, you know what? I like that girls are interesting. I like that girls are pretty. I definitely feel those things. I can't see myself in a relationship with a girl. I can't see myself 5 years from now and sleeping next to one or eating breakfast with one or wanting to talk to all the time about, I could not see all the important things that you should see when you are in a relationship with somebody. And I just instantly knew. I was like, you know what, Nate, you're gay. I would see what I should have seen. I would see what I should have seen in girls and guys. And it was a shock to experience at first. And then I gradually realized that it was fine, it was okay. I also started realizing that I had friends who were amazing. The very first person I came out to was my sister. And I told her on one of our birthdays. It was either my birthday or her birthday. I don't really remember. But I remember we were up late at night and we were on the stairs in our basement because we were talking and I was trying to figure out how to tell her what I should say. And I think she knew that I was struggling. But I just said it. I was just like, hey, blah blah blah, da da da, I'm gay. And she goes, yeah. Like she knew already. And that moment was the story of the rest of my life because from that point on, I went into my friends' neck. They were all like, "Oh my gosh!" They were excited. They were happy for me. They knew. Most knew. Not everyone knew. And I went on to tell my mom and then my dad and my brother. I realized that the last people I told were because they were the hardest to tell. When it came to my friends, those people it was hardest to tell were the people whose opinion I cared about more than everyone else's. I ended up telling my best friend last because I cared what she thought for good reason. She means the world to me, and I still to this day care what she thinks. And it hurt her that she was last to know. And I understand that I tried my best to express that, it was not my intention to make her feel left out. But I told her last because I care about her so much and I love her so much. So it was kind of a fast process, from the beginning of my coming out to the end. I mean, I didn't rush it. It took me maybe a year after I came out to tell maybe I think my parents and they knew. So I told my mom and it took me an hour. I went in her room and I was talking about random stuff because I like to talk when I'm nervous. And she was trying to go to bed. It was late and she was trying to go to bed. And I was just sitting there talking to her. And I finally was like, I have to tell you something, but I don't really know how to tell you. And she's like, you can tell me anything. So I told her, I was like, okay. And I thought to myself, I was like, I just have to blurt it out because I'm not going to get it out if I don't just blurt it out. And I was like, I'm gay. And she was like, well, I love you no matter what. And, I don't care. Like I just want you to be happy. And she said that she knew. She had a feeling for a while. And then I told my dad a little while after that. I think it was a couple months. And it didn't take me as long because, by that point I was so used to telling everybody that I had prepared what I was going to say, but it did take me a minute to get it off my chest because he was the hardest to talk to. And I feel like he would have cared the most about it. And I said, I have something to tell you. I don't really know how to say it. And he's going to just say it. And when I told him, he had some follow up questions, but he ended up telling me that he loves me no matter what. And he just wants me to be happy, which was really great to hear. So all in all, it was a better journey than most people get, and I'm really fortunate for that. It was pretty easy, in comparison. So I will forever be grateful for that experience. And yeah, that's my story. It's great to be open. It is great to just get it out there. And a lot of people say, people who have come out, they tell the people if they need advice, when you do tell people, it does lift a huge weight off your shoulders, which is absolutely true. I can 100% confirm that story because I feel a lot better and I'm doing great. I'm in school, I'm a nursing major, I'm working. I just went on the nursing program the other day. And it's funny because this is halfway like a project for school. I mean, I haven't wanted to make this video for a long time as a rite of passage, but what pushed me to do it was this project for school. I have a class and we're talking about exclusion, you know? And everyone has a thing about themselves, several things that you don't just disclose on the first day you meet someone. I have several things about myself that I keep to myself until I feel comfortable enough to let people know about it. And this is one of those things. And it makes me who I am, it makes me interesting. I had an assignment, it was an icebreaker the first, day of semester. And we had to write down on a piece of paper something interesting about ourselves, something unique that it was specific to us. And I couldn't think of anything because all of my unique things are things that I don't want to disclose to people the first time I meet them. I am loads creative. I paint. I like taking pictures. My brain works in an interesting way, and I just for me, I like to keep some of that stuff about me private, just because I don't want to give away all my cards at once and then be less interesting. So I don't know what's right on this paper. You meet someone and then they may not think you're interesting because you don't tell them a lot. But my friends would give you a whole list of things to make me interesting because I am, and I have, enough to write a whole book about. But I'm not just going to tell anyone. I'm a nursing major, and my lifelong dream is to help people, change the world. And I just got one step closer to that goal a few days ago. I was actually in this class, which is really funny. I was in this class, and we were talking about, how we're going to proceed with the current state of our country with the virus going on. And I got news that I made it into the program, the nursing program. You have to apply for it. And I got news that I was accepted. So I'm in class freaking out, and my professor, he's like, "Are you recording me?" I'm like, "No." But I didn't want to tell him, what was going on, just because, like I said, it's you can't give away all your cards at once. So I am a gay man, and I plan on doing great things with my future and doing great things in the world. And for anyone out there who is trying to come out or who's struggling, just know that you don't have to rush for anyone. You don't have to come out anyone's schedule except for your own. You don't even. It is your life, and I'm really, really passionate about this fact that it is your life. You have to live it. You can't let other people live your life for you. You can't let other people tell you what to do, because everyone has their own life, and you shape your own future. So your decisions are your own, and you do what you want, because at the end, it's going to be you. You're the one who has to live with them. You're the one who has to go through it, not them. So do what you need to do to help yourself. And on that note, I leave you all. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and comment any questions you have below. I'll be happy to answer them. And I will see you guys later.